We are on our way to the Gyeongju National Museum. Before you tell me this whole town's a museum. So the whole town is called a museum without walls. So we're going to a museum in a museum. We're going to a museum in a museum. Inception. Now Gyeongju is a very famous city in Korea. So within the past 1,000 years, it's been the Joseon dynasty, and a lot of the things you'll see in Korea are from the Joseon dynasty.
Are we still in that dynasty right now?
No, the Joseon dynasty ended at the beginning of the 19th century, or 20th century, I should say. I mean, technically, there is still a crown prince. He lives in America, and he only recently found out that he's the actual crown prince. But anyway, Gyeongju is most famous for the Silla dynasty. So we're going to have a very brief history lesson, because not everyone's.
By you or by someone else?
Not about me. That's for a different video. Within the first 1,000 years, so after AD, there were 3 kingdoms in Korea. It wasn't one country. So there was Silla, which is in this area, the southeast. There's Baekje, which is in the west, and then there was Goguryeo, which is in the north. The Silla dynasty was around from 50 BC, around 50 BC, to 900 AD, in the 900s. What happened was these 3 kingdoms were fighting for a while, and then there was a military officer from Silla called Kim Yushin, and he was the leader of an elite special force that the Silla dynasty established called the Hwalang, which means the flower boys, or the youth flower boys.
Alright.
These were made from boys from high up families who were good looking, and they were specially trained in combat to be like an elite force.
Okay. Why did they have to be good looking?
I don't know. it was just something they did. They were known for being good looking warriors.
They probably fit, so.
And they're called the Hwalang. And he was the leader of them, and he was also the leader of Shilla's army. And what Silla did was they teamed up with the Chinese, and they basically made an allied force, went to Baekje in the west and conquered them. And then they went up north and they conquered Goguryeo as well, make a unified Korea.
Nice.
All became the Silla dynasty, which has its capital in Gyeongju. They're all from here. But the Chinese obviously thought that after that happens, they're still going to be under Chinese rule, which Kim Yushin did not have in mind.
Right.
So for 12 years after that, he had to fight off the Chinese to get them out of Korea. And then it did become a unified Korea for the first time. Yeah, so there's a lot of history within this place. The bad thing about Korean ancient history, anything before Joseon dynasty, was because they got invaded so much, a lot of the documents and articles and history at the time got destroyed and burned. So to get any information about Korean history, there are 2 main sources in Korea called the Samguk Yusa and Samguk Sagi, and I have actually read both, and they are very long. It took me like 2 months. The other way you can find out about it is also Chinese old documents. They speak a lot about Korea at the time. We're also going to try this city's traditional bread, I guess you could say. Yeah, it's representative bread.
Okay.
It is a sweet red bean one, as our most traditional.
It's red
bean. Yeah, all about the red bean. The thing about this one is actually 70% red bean. The ratios of bread to red bean are very
it's obnoxious.
yeah. Museum time, boys. I think it's actually free entry.
Nice.
That's very kind. Yeah, might be the first free thing on the entire trip. Hiking maybe, I think hiking was free.
Hiking was free.
Yeah. And we are in, boys.
Yeah, wow, actually, first impression, this looks really good.
Yeah, it's a very impressive museum.
Very clean. Nice.
Yeah.
People of Gyeongju take a lot of pride in their city.
I actually go to museums a lot. So,
do you?
I don't know. It's my first museum I've been to in a year.
In 1 year, that's reasonable.
That's actually not too bad, Floyd.
Hello.
You got a friend, Floyd?
Yeah, man, making friends.
Come and hang out.
Off she goes. See you later, Floyd.
This dagger, made of stone. So that's some proper caveman stuff.
Ooh, how do you hold that? You gotta hold it like this?
This is from the Bronze Age. This isn't even Silla.
Is this a knife? That doesn't look like it'd be fun to get stabbed with. You gotta do like, you ever see those restoration channels?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Do one of these.
They should do one with one of these, yeah. This here, if you look, this one with the ring on the end, this is a traditional Korean sword. The first swords they found had these.
Had rings?
Yeah, so at the end of the hilt, there was a ring. That's how it was recognized.
So you can walk around just doing
Is
that.
the hilt the thing that you hold?
The hilt is, I think, the thing that you hold. And it was slightly shorter than a lot of the swords that you see.
Oh, is this armor?
This is armor. These are from the 4th century in Gyeongju. This is old traditional armor. It's pretty cool.
Is your mouth watering?
Yeah. So Koreans were actually most famously known for their archery.
Yeah.
Because, well, they still are, I guess. If you just watch the Olympics, you know. Because Korea's 60% mountainous land.
Right.
When invaders would come, they basically go up in the mountains, build fortresses, and just bow and arrow the shit out of them.
Yeah. When we were driving, you were talking about the history, and I was thinking I couldn't picture like battles happening out in like the land, but I guess you're right. It would just take place on a mountain.
Yeah, they had fortresses in the mountains away from the cities where they'd all go. And they didn't actually use swords that much because of that.
Yeah, you wouldn't get close enough.
Yeah, they'd use spears. Spears and longer weapons because they'd have the high ground. People who come over with swords just wouldn't stand a chance.
True. I was thinking if you were the military leader, how do you counter the people that are up in the mountains?
It was very hard.
You gotta have handsome men.
Yeah.
Don't shoot this handsome man.
Korea was well known for being hard to conquer because of their mountains.
Yeah. Is that a shoe?
That is a shoe.
They've been rocking Crocs for that long.
Look at these shiny boys.
Whose feet were that big in Korea?
See these gold ones underneath? I could imagine people still wearing these today. Like celebrities in LA or something.
100%.
Alright, so this is the art hall. Watch your step, John. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's glass.
You nearly fell down.
No. It's a trace of wheels. What are you talking about?
Wheel marks.
Oh, the tread. I guess yes. Unless somebody was dragging a log.
So you can't really talk about the Shilla dynasty without talking about Buddhism.
Yeah.
Buddhism was a huge part of it. And even the Hwarang that I was telling you about all had like Buddhist mentors.
Okay.
So they studied a lot of Buddhism.
Fine, I don't have a problem with Buddhism. They seem like nice people.
They are. But Korea actually do have their own religions too, which existed before Buddhism.
What happened? They died?
Similar to Taoism.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, they are technically still alive. There are still people that practice them. But it's very rare now.
So hard to see from the moment we arrive.
Oh my god.
Hello.
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 These kids love the bread, huh?
Whoa! People making bread in the background.
That is a unit.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Place is
For some reason it looks fake.
It's fake, like it's on a TV screen.
Yeah, it's like a. That's insane.
cool. They're working so fast. They're like expert.
They're experts, man. Look at those big piles of red bean, dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
it's to show you that it's all handmade. It's all still made traditionally, using the same methods.
It looks so tiring. The man's just like this, going crazy.
Yeah. All right, open it up. Let's have a look. Very nice packaging.
Since 1939. Wow.
Yeah, so it actually started during the Japanese occupation of Korea. This
Interesting.
bread.
You know what these look like? They
Yeah.
look like little scones.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Do look like scones.
You get some clotted cream out. That's down.
You can
go
see
for
there's a little design on the top as well. You take one out.
Circle. Circle with a dot.
Should have probably got some milk or something as well.
Yeah, I was thinking, is there a drink that they drink with this?
Milk.
Milk, yeah.
Any Korean bread goes good with milk. Or tea.
I see what you were talking about though. You said like the ratio of red bean to bread is like,
Yeah.
what do you say, 70 to 30?
70%.
It's a little more than that. It's like busting out the
Heavy,
seams.
dense. Alright. The ratios.
Right? Like the bread is only there to hold the red bean in the circle so that you can hold it in your hand.
Bread here
That
is just
ratio.
the vessel for the filling.
Oh man.
It's crazy that this isn't like overly sweet. With like the amount of red bean. It's like overwhelmingly sweet, but it's not.
So creamy. Oh wow. Flavoring in a red bean is perfect.
Yeah, it's almost like a nut or something.
There is no flavour in there.
And that was like a little walnut in the middle.
I
Yeah.
was thinking the same thing.
Not a chance, I'm only eating one.
I could sit there eating it.
Oh, there's the pattern. That one's cool.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. So, we have come to the memorial site of the guy I was telling you about, Kim Yu-shin.
See the good looking one?
He's
Yeah.
the leader of the good-looking boys.
Not only
Like the
was
best
he
looking guy in Korea.
the best looking guy in Korea, he was also the man behind the unification of Korea.
Hey.
Oh damn.
And probably Korea's best warrior at the time too. A very talented man. And this is where he was buried. He
Straight
gets
up
his
there?
own special place, yeah.
Up there?
Yeah. What do you reckon of these stairs, John?
I can already tell. Standard.
Yeah, it's under stairs.
Ooh.
So I loose step.
I think we found some treasure buried under there. I told Emil in the morning, don't sneak a hike on me.
You're a young man, John. This is not a hike.
Ooh. Alright.
Nice.
He gets his hill in there, I see.
He gets his own special mound.
With his own stairs.
Pretty nice around here, I'll give it that.
It's Chinese.
During the Shilla dynasty, they did use Chinese.
Ah.
The Korean writing system didn't come in till the Joseon dynasty.
Is this where he's buried, in this thing?
No, he's buried inside the mound.
He's in the hill? What's this thing for? Sacrifices?
Yeah, what's that for?
For offerings.
Oh,
You
okay.
put fruits and food here, that's what they tend to do in Korea. But yeah, this is what a Korean burial mound looks like for a great general.
Is there an opening anywhere?
I'm very happy they haven't opened it up. So that'd be a bit disrespectful. It's very impressive actually. Imagine the sort of things that are in there though. With Kim Yu-shin, Jesus.
Like gold Crocs.
You'd have his sword, you'd have his armor.
I bet it's pretty nice around here.
Yeah, stay in the shade. Chill out on the grass. Feel the energy of Kim Yu-shin, my friend.
Yeah, you think he's still emitting?
Feel that warrior spirit. He was actually a real like manly warrior. He believed in like never retreating from the battlefield.
How did he die?
I don't think he died on the battlefield.
Old age?
I think it was old age or illness. Just want to chill here for a bit.